that Guguzulu had passed away while trying to summit Kilimanjaro. And the news has been big, not just on social media, but in South African news medias. So South Africans were shocked, and condolences have been pouring in, and every day there's always something new coming up, and every day in some way or another the topic is trending on social media. People are still talking about him. People are still shocked. So it's been quite huge. Actually, on Monday when the news broke, that's when it was the biggest, and it's the tweets at its most popular. There was about 36 tweets per minute. So people were really talking about him. People were shocked, and it's been quite big for South Africans.
All right, and what I find interesting about something like this is that because he's a well-known person, people can access his Instagram account, his Twitter account, his Facebook, and look at all of the pictures.
Yeah.
And those pictures were taken, as he was preparing with his wife to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. So it just adds a whole nother sort of more real dimension to that it becomes a person that you just don't hear about, but you actually feel that you know that person.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, when we were posting some of the pictures on our website, people would comment that I didn't know this guy, or I actually haven't heard of him before, but from the pictures I feel like I know him. And there's a sadness that comes with that, because there are some of the pictures are very beautiful and very moving, and they tell a story about him that even if you didn't know him. So you're right, social media did play, his own social media accounts did play a huge role in paying tribute to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course this happened on what is supposed to be a happy day or a sort of commemorative day, because it happened on Madiba Day, which is the 18th of July, which we celebrated on Monday. So in tribute to Guguzulu, there were also a lot of things going on, celebrities getting out there and doing their part for Madiba Day.
Yeah, so just linking to that, some people were saying actually we should actually be celebrating him as well, because he was doing something he believed in, which is helping people, and which is what also Mandela believed in. So on Monday, I think for some people there was just more an emphasis of go out there and help somebody else. So as South Africans usually do on Mandela Day, they did go out and they celebrated Mandela Day by helping others. And sometimes it was quite serious the way they were helping, but sometimes it was playing with children. But yes, so Mandela Day did trend a lot alongside Guguzulu, alongside Trek for Mandela. So this year it was just more highlighted because of the tragedy.
And I love the hashtag that everybody used this year, Be More Mandela.
It's actually an SABC hashtag, to remind people this is why you're doing it. It's Mandela Day because we want to remember what he was like, and we want to remember the things that he did for people. So you must also try be more like him. So it was, it's a beautiful hashtag to really emphasize what the day is about.
Something else that we've seen trending this week, Durban has been a hub of activity. We've had the likes of Charlize Theron, Prince Harry, Elton John, all in Durban for the International AIDS Conference.
So the International AIDS Conference is the second time in South Africa. So it started trending during the weekend, and as it launched on Monday, it kind of blew up, especially with Charlize Theron's speech.
Yeah,
people loved it, and like you said, there's been a number of celebrities who have spoken, and that's when it normally trends. So it dips at times, but when there's somebody well known who speaks, like you can see here, people were really impressed by what Charlize had to say about valuing more people over others, other people over others. So
yeah, she did have incredibly powerful things to say. And as she said, I saw that one tweet there, it's not an honor to be hosting the AIDS conference for a second time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and another tweet there I saw, I'm very proud of our girl from Benoni. So once again, Charlize Theron doing her thing.
Yeah, flying the South African flag very high.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the United States. Something that was big this week on the news front was Melania Trump and her plagiarism of Michelle Obama's speech. And one of the speechwriters has come forward and sort of taken the blame for it. But I saw so many memes came out after that. So let's go through that. What people had to say.
So people just found it hilarious. They've been making jokes about it.
Yeah, this is quite a funny one.
This is quite funny. And, you know, it's funny that people have time to go Photoshop these things. But it tells a story of how they see this as having happened. But, yeah, people have been making all sorts of jokes about her plagiarism. So the hashtags famous Melania Trump quotes was trending a lot. And people were just going on and on about how she plagiarized and how funny it is that she has not admitted to it, but it's been quite funny, yes.
All right, well that's quite nice for a lighter note to look at this week.
And what was also interesting is that with normally, especially on Twitter, most of the tweets are from men. So with this one, it was most of the tweets, about 60% of the tweets were from women. So the women were really getting onto this one.
Oh gosh, I don't know if that's a good thing for women's solidarity. All right, what else have we got today? We saw yesterday breaking news, the NPA appealing Pistorius' 6-year prison sentence. Yeah, so Oscar's news is always quite big because he's not just a South African, it's not just a South African thing, so it's people all over the world are very interested in Oscar. So when the news broke, the story garnered about, I think, 16 million reaches. So that's about 60 million people all over the world who interacted with the story, either retweeting, sharing, or just talking about what happened. So it was quite big, and the sentiment, especially in South Africa, was, well, that's the right thing to do. You know, that hopefully people feel like justice was not served, and they're saying hopefully justice will be served this time around. All right. And finally, let's take a quick look at our election website. What's been happening? We are on, right to near election time. We are about 2 weeks away. So take us through our election website.
Like you said, we have less than 2 weeks left before the elections. So we have a special election website, the SABC, where you can find the latest election news. So anything and everything that's going on related to elections, you can find it there. But what's also interesting, you can find party news. So if you are interested in news about a certain party, you can come to this website, you click on the party, and it will give you all the background information. And soon, before the election, you'll also be able to click on the party candidate list. Okay. So you'll be able to see all the candidates and what they are about, and you'll be able to see all the independent candidates as well, so that you can inform yourself before you vote to know who you're voting for and what they stand for. All
right, and anybody can go onto the SABC News website and click onto the election page.
Anybody can go onto it. If you go to our news website, there's a link there that says elections. You just click there and it will take you straight to the website.
Okay, great. Mamaponya Motsai from our digital news team, thank you very much for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
All right.